Patricia Stricherz is running for election to the State House representing District 8. The other candidates are incumbents Mitch Fargen and Jerry Lang and fellow challenger Jason Bjorklund. Each candidate is answering the same set of questions. You can compare their responses online at amazingmadison.com. Patricia, South Dakota requires a balanced budget, yet the last several budgets have required major infusions of federal funds to reach that balance. What would you do to create a sustainable balanced budget?
Well, the current South Dakota budget sits at $4.1 billion. And I know that 84% of that budget is mandated programs of education, law enforcement, and Medicaid or Medicare. And we need to really take a good, honest look at the budget and decide what programs within our whole entire budget area that we can cut back. One of those things is to really focus on our education. We need to find additional funding to help teachers do their job better. And one of those areas which I feel is a failed program is our school laptop program. I know through all my research that I have come across that some of these schools are paying $2,000 per laptop per child. It's cost $2.9 million to maintain that program. If we cut back and if we find better ways to fund that program, there will be additional funding for our teachers' pay and for education as a whole.
During the last session, South Dakota gave a $10 million refund to TransCanada to build the Keystone Pipeline, which runs through the eastern part of the state. Now, do you believe incentive packages to specific companies such as this are an appropriate economic development strategy?
Absolutely not. I feel that if any company wants to come to South Dakota, they need to prove themselves worthy. And I know that there's been some problems with the pipeline, with little leaks here and there, and that's a big problem when it comes to our environment and the safety of our people.
As a House member, what will you do to spur job creation in the state and especially in District 8?
I know that a lot of candidates have suggested that we need to really focus on bringing in higher paying jobs. But I want to look at jobs across the board. I want to see jobs within the hospitality and retail, not only high-paying jobs. And one thing that I found in my research that is important is South Dakota needs a rendering plant. Now I know Huron has a turkey plant, and they're going to have rendering, but only for their birds. And then Dakota Beef in Aberdeen is doing rendering within their new plant that they're building as well. But we need something for the farmers to bring in their cattle and their horses. And that is such a huge program. It'll allow for so many different options, from bone meal to biodiesel to bringing in over 600 jobs. And that's the most important thing that we need to focus on, is the number of jobs that can be brought in and how many people will benefit from that.
Okay. Patricia, thank you very much. That's candidate Patricia Stricherz. You can hear more from all the candidates October 28th at the Madison Chamber of Commerce Forum.